Nissan In-Game Live coming at you. Ron Jaworski. I'm Michael Barkann. To me, I know they still have not scored in the first quarter. Giants got a field goal at the end, but I thought we saw a marked improvement in the Philadelphia Eagles on both sides of the ball. What do you think?
Michael, I'm glad we are doing this show at halftime, not at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Because I was not very happy with the play of the first quarter. So I was worried about play calling wasn't good to get a good
offensive play.
Defense is great. And by the way, we didn't get a chance to talk much in the pregame show. When I looked at the tape of this Eagle defense last week, they played really well. And that performance was masked by Nick Sirianni's fiasco, and that was played all week, and no one really talked about how good the defense played. And I think Vic Fangio right now, our defense coordinator, is upped it up another notch. We had 5 sacks in that first half by our defense. And you look at, Josh Sweat, Nolan Smith, and Kobe Dean. When I see our linebackers come up the middle making plays, shows schematically they're doing things a little differently. Huff and Carter get sacks as well. 5 sacks in the first half. And by the way, I predicted them. On the pregame show.
You sure did.
Yeah, I predicted that.
We didn't have a chance to talk only an hour pregame. We didn't have a chance
did not have enough
to
time
talk about all
but
that.
I also like to see the young guys playing. We know what Quinyon can do. We know what Cooper DeJean can now do. We're seeing the young guys integrated. Reed Blankenship now in his third year. We're seeing young players. Now Slay got hurt late in that half. We're going to see another young player back in that secondary. But you're starting to see the young players come to the forefront. It takes time. It really takes time to mature in this league, and the young players are starting to come on along with some of the wily old veterans as well. So I'm excited about this defense right now.
Yeah, I am too. And talk a little bit about one of the things I noticed was they wrapped up better tackling. You didn't see guys squeaking by for an extra 3, 5, 8 yards. They hit a guy and they held on.
Here's what I kind of liked about that too, Michael. We're playing a lot more zone. And when you're playing zone, you see the flight of the football. You see the quarterback getting rid of the football. You can drive on routes. So you're playing man. A lot of times your back is turned to the quarterback. You don't know where the ball is coming. So, it's harder to make tackles in open space. When you're playing zone, you rally the football. You don't even have 1, maybe 2. You have 3 defenders there. So you really box or cage that running back or wide receiver in. So I think the scheme has been very good today.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the offense. They put up 14 points. They all came in the second quarter. I was displeased to see they failed again to score in the first quarter. But the bottom line is Giants got a real good defense. And I'm not just throwing bouquets. It's one of the better defensive fronts in the NFL.
You're honest. Dexter Lawrence comes in this game with 7 sacks.
Yeah.
They have 4 sacks on Jalen Hurts in the first half. This is a good defensive line. They got young guys in secondary. I think we can take advantage of them. But really, if you look at the Eagles offensively in the first half, and all the plays count, they had 2 big plays.
Yeah.
Saquon for 55 and a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown. 2 big plays in that half. Other than that, I thought the Eagles really struggled in protection.
Third down
conversions. They weren't razor sharp, but they got 14 points on the board. But they only had really 2 big plays in that first half.
All right, how much are we going to point and say, you know what? They come in without Jordan Mailata. They lose Fred Johnson. They lose Mekhi Becton, and they're a shell of that line that we have seen.
Yeah, I think you have to be very careful now because it's obvious that the New York is a good pass rush team. They're not an undisciplined team. Sometimes Jalen Hurts can take care of undisciplined teams in their rush. He has not been able to do that because the Giants' pass rush is played with discipline and talent. They have talent. So I think the way the Eagles are playing it offensively right now is the right way to play it. Don't get crazy. You can have a lead at 14-3 coming out in the second half, getting the football. Don't need to get aggressive. Just keep doing what you're doing, running the football well and throwing the football well.
Jalen Hurts in particular. We wondered about Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts, 8 of 10, 98 yards. He is sacked 4 times by that front. And a passer rating of 140.8, no picks, which is a good thing. What did you think of Hurts' performance?
I think he's had a rock-solid first half. Touchdown pass was a phenomenal throw. A.J. Brown and Jalen just had that great chemistry. It was a dime. It was right on the money. And a tough situation now, we'd be questioning that it was incomplete because it was 4th down and 3. In that second quarter, if it was incomplete, what do you do? You know how we are in Philly. We'd be questioning that call.
No.
But since it worked, it was a perfect call, and perfect throw, and a perfect catch. So that's how it works. But it worked. But I think in the second half, protection must be better. Stay with the run. There's no need to panic right now. Saquon has been pretty much held in check for that, except for that 55-yard run. But stay with the run. Forces Giants defense and their linebackers in particular to play the run. Keep pounding the football, go to play action pass game. We'll get out here with the 3-score lead.
The numbers on Saquon are a little bit misleading.
Yes.
He's averaging 8.3 yards per carry, but that includes that 55-yard run, which was brilliant. It was great. But did you think
it was outstanding?
It was outstanding.
Outstanding blocking. And trying to think who it was. Cam Jurgens came around the corner and pinned pin the corner back inside, and just clear sailing. But a good play call and good execution.
Is Saquon getting the yards you thought he would?
No, I thought he. I mean, if I look at the total yards, yes, I expected about that much. I thought he'd run for 150 in this game, but he's had 8 good runs and 1 outstanding run. That's been the difference.
All right. We're looking forward to the second half. Eagles get the ball. It's 14-3. I'm so excited about this team.
We finally had a nice quiet halftime where we'd have to yell at each other. What the hell are we doing out there? We actually looked, for the most part, like a football team in that first half.
Still didn't score in the first
second quarter.
Yeah, but second quarter, they look fantastic. They're sacking what's his name?
Danny Dimes Jones?
Yeah, the Davy Dimes Jones, Daniel Jones, which is a good thing.
Yes.
And we'll see what the third
He
quarter
looks lost sometimes, by the way. He's got talent, but he looks lost sometimes. He holds on to the ball way, way too long.
All right. We remind you, clock hit 0. We are back with Eagles post-game live on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Hopefully, we're talking about a huge Birds victory.